Hello, everybody. Welcome to D&D Play 20. We are live. We are D&D, and we have a special guest tonight. If you would like to buy me Advantage, please do. All you got to do is follow, earn the points, and clicking that little blue shield on the bottom of the Twitch chat, you can see buy Advantage for somebody, and you just type in my name, and we're good to go. Oh, yeah, and buy Disadvantage for the other players. And let's see, I believe that's everything. We have the incredible DM, Real Lancelot, and I turn it over to him.
Yes, welcome everyone. So just to kind of set the stage and let everyone know what we're doing here. So this started middle of last year. My good friend Jen has a character named Yora that plays in Pete's one of Pete's other campaigns, the Dragons of the Winter Storm. It's a bard, and I asked her if I could run just a one-shot kind of based around her character as a teenager, kind of going through magical high school. Well, one thing led to another. We grabbed some friends. Next thing you know, everyone wanted to play a bard. So I said, fine, being a great DM I am. So that's fine, but everybody has to pick a different college. So let's see what happens. So that played out over 3 episodes. Everyone had a great time. So I'm like, well, let's just try it and see what happens. I love to tell stories. Don't have the time to run a campaign or a full-time DM, but I do like to take interesting concepts and just see what happens. So we did the all bard thing. We had church camp, an all clerics adventure, which was very interesting. Lots of magic weapons, lots of guiding bolts. So you can see how that goes. And tonight we have a special presentation of a double all Junglecats, an all Tabaxi Paladin group of players. It was inspired by, again, another good friend, Eric, who I was trying to come up with some ideas. Come on, guys, what's some cool concepts that we can run with? What's some interesting names for games? And this might be called Junglecats, but in reality, this is Smitten with Kittens, a all Tabaxi Paladin group. So to get us started, get us set in the mood. Again, all of my stories take place in the world of Forgotten Realms. Now, this particular area and part of Forgotten Realms isn't as well known as the Sword Coast or Cormyr or the Delllands. This is far to the south, and it's the Jungle of Chult is the name of it. It's a area of jungle, of high peaks, of magnificent creatures. There's rumors that dinosaurs used to exist in this world. But tonight, we are going to focus on the city of Mesro. It is a city of all Tabaxi, a city of tigers and jaguars and panthers and leopards and all these other beautiful animals and people that exist in this jungle. So, as we journey tonight, we will dive deeper into the city. And I will bring your attention to the amphitheater. Here, we see a collection of many different tabaxi all huddled around the center of this arena. They have their shields and swords banging against each other. There's some with spears hitting on the ground as this cacophony of noise, and these warrior paladins are all exercising their skills. Otarongo and Carson You're in the outer ring observing these games, these challenges of feats of strength and agility as one tabaxi battles another tabaxi. And soon you see there is one that rings victorious of this group, this tiger striped tabaxi, affectionately called Slam, that is there barrel chested in the middle of the ring, just gloating as he slams another fellow tabaxi to the ground and pins him. That other one scurries off and joins the crowd. Who will step forth to challenge me? Rongo, I see you in the crowd. Step from behind that shield and show me what you can do.
Gladly.
So describe yourself, Otorongo.
Udarongo is a fairly tall, heavy-set member of the Jaguar clan. He has himself a bit of a goatee, bright coloration contrast in his spots. He wears like an armor that he made himself out of jawbones that is just as hard as any metal armor that you can come up with. He prides himself in looking and playing the part of the strongman, and is on his path to increasing his glory, not only within his clan, but with all of the Tabaxi.
As you step forward, you see, you hear the clapping of the shields, the spears hitting the ground. Rongo, step forward. And so he basically, get into like a wrestler's grappler's position. So what we're going to do is this going to be a contest of either athletics or acrobatics, followed by a strength contest. Okay? So what I want you to do, think WWE, think wrestling, whatever, Olympic wrestling, even whatever you want to do. So we're going to do a posing, athletics, or acrobatics check, and whoever wins is going to have like the balance, is going to do the whatever move on the other person. Okay. So which one would you like to use?
So I would like to use my channel divinity and focus on athletics.
Okay. Okay. So you will need to beat a 15. And you can either roll digitally or roll, and if you have dice with you, that's fine as well.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to activate my channel divinity, but it will give me advantage on strength athletics checks for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So that is a 20.
A 20? Okay. All right. Describe to me how you're going to put him into a wrestling move.
So I'm going to grapple him from the front, twist his arm around his back, and put him into like a full Nelson.
Very nice. So as the two of you just grapple for position, y'all are sitting there just circling around. You can hear the crowd swelling. Finally, you notice, how do you use your channel divinity? Did you use it before you stepped into it, or while this is going on?
As I step into the ring, I just build myself up, circle around for cheers, just draw in the energy from the crowd and use that to power myself.
Okay. As you kind of step forward into the grapple, he whispers in your ears, said, I see what you're trying to do. And at first, he kind of takes, he kind of feints for a second and then lunges at you, and then you take his arm and you turn it and you put him into a full Nelson, and you have him held. And you're holding him back there, and he's like, oh, that is, you're quite strong, Rongo, but you cannot pin me. So I would like you to make a strength check, and I'm going to make an opposing one. Ooh, ouch.
It's a 10.
10, okay. So how are you going to pin him to the ground?
Just straight up in the full Nelson and slam him down on his tailbone.
Okay. So you see the Carson, you see Orongo just pick up this masculine tiger tabaxi and slam him down to the ground and hold him there to the count of 3. And you see this cheer just rise up, and Slam gets up and kind of pushes you back, Rongo, and goes, I see that you've bested me this time, but the ground is yours. So you're in the center of the ring. What do you want to do?
It's just a deep guttural growl comes out as I take in the cheers. And who can challenge the might of the Jaguar clan?
And you see there's a whisper that kind of goes around. You see a fellow Panther, Carson, kind of nudges you. Come on, man. You can do it. Get out there.
Who, me?
Yes.
You want me to fight him?
We're all strong. You can do it.
Okay. Ah! I will do this for honor. I hope.
And you see the crowd kind of part. And Pete, would you like to describe what Carson looks like?
Carson is a member of the Panther clan, the Black Panther clan. He is wearing bone ring armor made from the bones, the skulls of knucklehead fish. And this is really hard, but it's not metal, and it's silent as he moves. He is carrying I guess he wouldn't be armed for this, but he struts his stuff into the ring, and he leans forward looking at Otorongo. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
And says, prepare yourself to go to Suplex City. And then he backs away a few feet.
Okay. Make a athletics or an acrobatics check.
Okay. Just need 1 second here.
Is that a 12 or a 21?
That is a 12.
Mine is a 25.
25, okay.
Oh, my nail. How dare you?
Rongo, how are you going to position Carson?
As I see him take a few steps back and get ready, I just charge forward and spear him, shoulder to the chest, back to the ground.
Okay.
And I say, "Thank you for the challenge, my friend."
Okay, so make opposing strength checks, please.
Oh, man. These dice love me.
It's an 8.
22.
8? Okay,
Nice.
so how are you going to do the reversal?
I am going to kick him in the midsection, grab him in the belly to back suplex, and toss him over my shoulder onto the mat or the ground.
Okay. Make a another opposing strength check to see if you can
Your shoe is untied. $22. Oh no,
22.
13. 13. I looked at the wrong one. My cat's eyes are not so good.
Mine was a 22.
Oh, my heart.
So how are you going to reverse his reversal, Rongo?
So as he flips me over, I kind of spin, land on my feet, and come at him with like a DDT, diamond cutter style. And then circle around, flip him for the pin.
Okay. One more strength check.
Only a 9.
Oh, that one for a total of 5.
It's enough.
Don't you have advantage on this, though?
Who?
Rongo does.
So I have advantage on the athletics check, not the strength check.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Mhm.
What did he roll?
A 1?
No, mine was a 9.
A 9, oh, 9 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So you roll a 5?
Yes, I am afraid
Okay.
so.
Okay. Well, Rongo, how do you pin Carson?
Just straight on top, shoulders down, smile on his face. And I'll back up, give him a hand. Well fought, my friend. Help him back up.
You know that
So
I
you-
let you win, right?
So
Perhaps.
another round of applause and cheering goes up around the arena.
I'll hold his hand up in victory. He the man.
And so while all of this is going on, Sadala, you're sitting in the temple with the other paladins that have taken the oath of the ancients. You can hear your fellow tabaxis' cries and cheers from the amphitheater as a group of you sit cross-legged in front of the statue of Uteo, the leader, the ancient energy source. Deity is even a small word to describe this force that holds Chult and Mesro together. You are there with your fellow paladins of the Oath of the Ancient, conducting surveillance. You have your claws dug into the ground as the vines and the essence of Chult pulsates within each of you. Your eyes are closed and you begin your journey, traveling throughout the forest, the jungle, checking the perimeter of the city at first, going further and further out, checking for any signs of intruders or alarm. You breathe. You've been doing this for many, many years. This is normally just a normal security check, just making sure that there's nothing out there before the patrols go out. But today, your mind begins to wander. It takes you places that you've never been before. You're confused. You're seeing parts of forest and jungle that you've never seen before. For a moment, you even spot a mountain with what looks like white on top of it. And you continue to journey and journey, and then you start to feel it. There's a presence that you've never felt before. It makes you unsettled. And as you go, you turn and you see this veil rippling, this black energy, shadow, something you've never seen before. Your heart racens. You can begin to see the sweat build up around you, the tension in your, as you dig your claws into the ground. And then you hold. And then you see it. Beings of shadow stepping out of the veil. And then you notice there's a figure there. It's had its back to you the entire time. Then it moves its head and turns. You see a hooded figure, long white hair, eyes that shine, a bluish silver. And you could swear they are staring right at you. There's a grin on his face as he kind of cocks his head and he says, "You should not be here." I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Seven. Okay. Okay, you take 10 psychic damage as your connection with the jungle, with nature, is severed violently. As this creature enters your mind and crushes it almost. And I would like you to make a con save for me, please. 12. Okay. You fall out of your reverie onto the ground. Deep breathing, panting, as you've never seen anything like this before. Bonabel, the tiger tabaxi that is the leader of the Oath of Ancients, comes forward. "My child, what is wrong?"
I saw something. A cloaked, hooded figure, with glowing eyes. Shadowy figures.
Where?
I'm not sure. Somewhere out there.
"Well, rest, my child." And she takes a bit of cloth. She goes, "This is most serious." And you see her, she comes up to your ear, and the cloth is now stained with blood. "Rest, my child. Prepare yourself."
Yes, my leader.
"After you rest, please take Otorongo and Carson on your normal patrol. Do keep your eyes out and report anything else that you see. We will have others begin to look as well.
Okay.
But rest."
I will.
And so we're going to cut to you, Bylar. You're in the valley,
Just pass it to me. I'm open. Come on.
the Lost
Great,
Valley
somebody's
of
on the
Honor,
pitch.
not known to the outside world. Your clan has been shunned away for millennia for the sole purpose to protect against the threat of the shadow. Within the last few years, the shadow has gotten closer and closer, harder and harder to keep at bay. Up until recently, there was hope of pushing it back, but a new force had arrived, stronger, bringing more and more troops from the shadow that the snow leopards had never seen before. Soon, you're pressed and you're pressed and you're pressed to your last stronghold. There's worry. You can feel it. Everyone can feel it. Even your leaders are giving rousing speeches of how you will once again be true to the snow leopards and hold the shadow back. But you know it's slipping away. Dun, the leader of the snow leopards, comes to you, Byler. Our fate is growing very, very near. I'm afraid that it is time that we must ask for help and reveal ourselves. I would like you to go to the roost, get the last of the flying lizards, and go to the city and ask for helps from our brothers and sisters. Do you accept this challenge?
I will do as you ask, my lady, but surely the snow leopards, we can handle this. We've done this for millennium.
I fear that it's not time for that. It is much too grave danger. There's, even now as we speak, the last of our forces are being pushed asunder. We must seek aid from the other cats.
All right, I will go. I will do as I can to bring back some strong warriors to assist us.
Please do. I fear there is something the Ishido are pushing forward. The great evil that we keep at bay is in a moment's notice will be released upon this land again. We must not let that happen.
I agree. I agree. We cannot let that happen.
Very well. Pick up your weapons. Take the lizards. And go find us help. Uteo be with you.
And with you. I will be back as soon as I can.
Okay, Byler. You climb this mountain peak where the last remaining pterodactyls set up there. They're fitted with riding saddles, fitted with these. This is basically a creature that you use to do surveillance over this valley. And as you reach the top, the cold winds buffeting you, you can see these magnificent flying lizards, these pterodactyls stretched out, waiting for your command. And as you get up there and you're preparing your mount, you're checking your whip, your khopesh, your supplies, you hear a voice in your head. Now, you seem like a wise cat. Don't you know that your endeavor is foolish? You look around. You see no one, nothing here. You see, I serve one that can honor your oath even in breaking it. It would be wise to join us. It'll be just a moment before the snow leopards are no more and shadow takes over the valley. We could use a warrior of your renown. And just as that last word falls, out of the shadow steps this hooded figure with hair, this long white silvery hair his eyes, this white, silvery white, bluish, purplish glow. Flanking him are two creatures that you've never seen before. They look like elves, but their ears are longer, their features are more pointed, and it's almost as if shadow swirl around them as they walk. And this time the voice speaks out loud. Byler, it is time for you to choose. Come with me. Or my friends here will do what they do best. What is it?
I've already chosen. My oath is bound to another, and I will never serve you.
What would you like to do?
Are all the pterodactyls untied already?
Oh yeah, they're ready to go. You're like sitting on the back of one right now.
I'm going to flick the reins, and I'm going to take off with the pterodactyls and relieve it.
Okay, so as you can do that, you catch a glimpse of his eyes go from this very peaceful, melodic look about his face to just red, and anger flashes, and you hear him say, "Get him!" And the two shadow elves step forward, and these other shadow monsters come flying out as you are flying your pterodactyl through the mountains, through the trees. Make me a animal handling check, please.
Six.
Okay, so you can feel it. They're attacking not you, but your pterodactyl. You can hear it screeching, and you can look over at its wings as burn marks, not of fire, but of shadow, start ripping into its wings. Make me another animal handling check, please. Oof. So this time you can see it, and finally one of them grapples on top of its wing, and as you're trying to hold your pterodactyl in flight, it rips at you, and you can feel this cold energy as it pulling the life force from you. And then you begin to go into a spiral as you've made your way past the mountains, and you can see the jungles below you. And the last thing that you notice is crashing, falling to the ground through the trees, hitting the ground. The splash as your pterodactyl lands in the river, and you're hurled from it into the brush. And that's what we'll leave Bylar.
That did not go well.
We'll cut back to Carson and to Rongo. You're leaving the amphitheater, clasping each other on the backs of a good exercise, a good warm up to today's patrol. And as you're walking out, you see Sadala coming forward with I'm not going to speak for you, but do you want to have a concerned look on your face, or do you want to have a look of calm as there's nothing going on?
I'm trying to have a look of calm, but I can definitely tell that something's not right.
Okay. So Carson, Otarongo, this is what you see. As you notice that the patrols are always mixed, right? So there's always a jaguar, a panther, and a tiger just going off. So this is how they keep all the clans to stay together. And you still have your own, protecting your own, but at the same time you're there to work together. So Carson, Otarongo, Sadala, you have been working together for many years, and this is odd. She normally gives you a report of what areas of the jungle that you will be patrolling today into the evening. But as she approaches, you can see there is a sense of concern. She is trying to keep an air of normalcy about it, but there is a slight difference in her walk as she approaches you.
I noticed her coming before the face really registers yet. Oh, Sadala, you missed the arena. Cat almost got me this time. You would have loved it.
Oh, you charm me. I did not even come close.
What disturbs you?
I saw something. Something horrible.
What is this? What could be so horrible as to unhinge you like this?
I travel farther than ever. I saw strange things, including a cloaked figure with glowing eyes. Somehow, it hurt me, even though such a great distance was between us.
Oh, this does not bode well, does it, my friend?
We are supposed to be looking for such strange things on a patrol.
Let this creature hope we do not find him.
Ah, yes. I will let you have first dibs.
Thank you, my friends. I'm looking forward to paying him back.
So as you exit the city gates, you kind of look around you, Sadala. Everything seems to be going normal. Like, whatever you told Bonnabelle has not seemed to, at least from what you can see, has not seemed to trickled over to any of the other oaths of the ancients as they are leading their patrols. You go on to your normal routine through the jungle. As of right now, nothing seems out of the ordinary. There has not been a true threat to Mesro in centuries. It's been fairly prosperous and quiet. The occasional, Yanti or someone is trying to get to treasures that they think exist in Chult, and they'll come across your city, but nothing out of the ordinary. Then I would like you all to make perception checks, please.
All but me?
All but you, Byler. You are unconscious at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Eight.
What did you get, Rongo?
Sorry, 18.
18?
Yep.
Okay. Sadala and Rongo. As Carson is keeping his eye on the ground, both of you just happen to raise your eyes to the clouds. And you could swear that you've seen the largest shadow of a creature that you've ever seen before fly over your heads. And you trace it, and then it disappears from view. And then you hear a crash out in the forest. Like something has struck. Something very, very large has crashed into the trees. What would you like to do?
It seems your friend has come to play at last.
Perhaps. Well, we should definitely check it out.
We move. Come, Cat.
Ah, yes. Move we shall. Take the lead, and I shall guard the rear.
head towards the sound of the crash.
So as you're approaching, you see quickly large trees that have been knocked down as something came through here with a great force. And you can see there is basically a crash scene as trees are getting lower and lower and lower, and then you stumble. Change the map. And as you're following the path, you see, as you cross, getting closer and closer to this stream that you know of, you see this giant flying lizard thing laying in the middle of the water. This huge creature, as you can see that it has the water around it is starting to run with the creature's blood. On the other shore, you see these creatures moving in and amongst the trees.
Well, this does not bode well, my friends. I suggest that we prepare ourselves. And Cat draws his great sword.
I cast Bless.
Okay. Roll initiative, please. Except for you, Bylar.
What if I do not want to roll this initiative?
12.
Cat pulls out a great sword and goes, actually, no. And puts it back.
I rolled a 7. I am going to live dice now.
Well, your good rolls are yet to come.
I believe that is overly optimistic.
Doll it with the nat 20.
What'd you get, Carson?
I believe it was a 7.
A 7? Okay. And Rongo, what'd you get?
12.
12. Okay, I am going to try something here. And everybody should have control of their tokens, so just make sure that you can all move, please.
Yep. Did my Bless go through, or are we waiting
Yes.
for initiative?
No,
for
it's
that?
good. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I
So-
gave you. Basically, you have a round to prepare before we go into initiative order. Byler, go ahead and roll me initiative, just so I can keep you. I can have you on there.
So that was for the two of you as well. So you will add D4 to your attacks and saves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I rolled higher initiative. Come on, guys. Where's my bless, Otorongo? Huh?
I haven't seen you yet, so guess you're out of luck this time.
We don't know who you are.
Cat will.
All right. So yes, if there was bless, anything that you want to do, a spell, anything before initiative, before we begin initiative, go right ahead. So Rongo, you have your bless up. Sadala, Carson, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna take out.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take out my great axe of warding and activate the ward. Hopefully, encircling us.
I will lay a hand on Sadala's shoulder and say, "You've got this," and give her guidance. So now she has bless and guidance.
Okay. All right. So we will start initiative now. As you basically, as you're entering the scene, you can begin to see these strange creatures. You see 3 of them that almost look like living shadow as they just sit there and just kind of moving and floating in the air. You see 2 that look like a large hounds, but they're almost made entirely of shadow, that you can almost they have no like rib cage or stomach area. And then you see one that is larger than the rest, this like shambling shadow that has no arms per se, as they don't end in hands, but they end in almost like these needle like protrusions at the end of its arms. So Sadala, what would you like to do?
I will move closer to the edge of the stream to see if I can see anyone next to the large creature.
You do not see anyone next to the large creature. So if you want to go ahead and move, go right ahead. Okay. So you see this creature kind of walk over this direction, and it just kind of shambles out there, and it just kind of stares at you with these little pinprick of eyes that just seem to have shadow coming out of it, but it seems almost hesitant to cross the water. Tarongo, what would you like to do?
I see the shadow type eyes. I'm just gonna growl and charge. I'll use my double movement.
Okay.
And as I approach, I would like to use my bonus action to sweep his legs out from under him with my shield and attempt to knock him prone.
Okay. So go ahead and just make a regular attack.
For a shove.
Or do you want to do contested strength?
Whatever you'd like me to do is fun.
Give me just an attack of not damage, but you're just basically trying to sweep your shield under like its legs type things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my bonus action with my sentinel shield and see if I can.
All right.
So that's a 12 plus a d4 is 16.
16. Okay. So you go expecting this thing to have some type of corporeal form that you can knock prone, but your shield just sweeps through shadow as this thing kind of just looks at you, and it doesn't have a voice. It just, you can just see the movement of a chuckle, like huh, 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 but nothing, no sound comes out as your shield goes what looks like legs, but it sweeps all the way through.
I growl deeper and try and make a slash with my swift sword.
Okay.
That is a 17.
That will hit.
Is 10 damage.
Okay.
And a second swing. Wow, d4s. 21 for that one.
The hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that will hit. Mhm.
And damage on that one is 8.
So 18 total. Okay.
And I'll brace myself for a returned attack.
Okay. So you sweep through with your shield, noticing that it doesn't do anything, and then quickly bring your sword around for 2 hits, and you do notice that thankfully you do have a magical weapon, as it seems to be this slicing shadow off this thing, and you can see the energy of your blade passing through it, and it seems to made it very angry. All right, Cat, you're up.
Okay. Cat will rush forward 30 feet to this spot and cast Toll the Dead on the creature that Oturanga is fighting. Wisdom save of 14 or higher.
You see that you cast this and you're expecting some type of response, but it does absolutely nothing.
Very good then. I will swear under my breath, and I will draw my hand crossbow and see if it has an effect on it. And it misses completely. And that is my turn.
Okay. So Rongo, you see as you come forward and you present yourself, this mighty jaguar warrior in front of these creatures, they all kind of turn and look at you, and they step forward. And you can see them, and now that they're up close, you can see they almost have a feminine look to them. They are sitting there, they have hair, what looks like hair that comes down, and these bright red eyes. There's just anger. You can sense it, and these claws form on their fingers, and they swipe at you. And they get a +3 to hit. So 21, does that hit you?
21 will hit.
Okay. For 10 points of necrotic damage. And the second one will swing its claws and miss you. And this other one's going to hang back here. So this is actually going to be... Hang on, give me 1 second. The pterodactyl is actually going to be my hounds, so... And Byler, you can see your eyes begin to flip open as you kind of shake off the fall, and you're just kind of lying there. You can open your eyes, and you can see these massive shadow hound-like creatures slowly start to approach you with a snarl. And Sadala, we're back to you.
I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Okay. Where are you going to put it?
Here, so did you see that?
Well, go ahead. Do it again.
This area?
Okay. All right. So it has to begin its turn in the beam, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Byler is not quite awake yet. Were you going to move or do anything else?
Nope, that's it for now.
Okay. Okay. So Carson, I'm sorry, Arongo, you see this creature. You've hit him with the two sword hits, and it just rises up, and it just tries to embrace you with these, basically trying to impel you between these two needle-like arms.
Doesn't it take damage first?
Yes, it does. How much damage does it take?
Let's see here.
$11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it gets a +6 to hit. So 9. So the first one comes around and misses you. And the second one comes around and misses you. So you fend off one with your blade, and the other one with your shield, and you hold your own as you're facing down these three enemies in front of you. And you see a moonbeam come down as your field of vision begins to grow. Make me a perception check, please.
$16.
16?
Yep.
Okay. So as you turn to face that one wretched that is on your left, and you can kind of see through this path, and you see a shadow hound walking away from you. And there, in amongst the weeds and the grass, is a creature that you swear are only exist in bedtime stories. But you are quite certain that laying on the ground over there is a snow leopard. And then you quickly block another attack. What would you like to do?
I'm going to lash back out at this creature in front of me.
Okay.
Uh, 24 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
So 9 damage on that one. And I'll
Okay.
slash at him again.
Okay.
That one's only a 14.
Okay, that will miss.
I would like to use my bonus action to try and sweep one of these other creatures that ran up on me. See if I can knock one of them down.
Make a wisdom check.
$22.
22. Your instinct tells you, as your fighting style, is to get something to the ground and then pummel it. But you soon realize these things aren't even actually touching the ground. There's nothing to knock over. There's nothing to unbalance. To try to sweep or push or anything like that would simply cause you to go through it. I mean, mechanically, they cannot be proned.
Okay.
These are creatures
That's
of
it.
shadow.
Can't do anything else. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, Cat, you are up.
Very well. I am going to charge forward to stand beside my comrade. And I am going to swing upon this creature right here with
Okay.
my great sword. Now I gotta do math. 25.
That will hit. Which creature are you hitting?
The one directly in front of me.
Okay. So did you activate your sword or not?
No, I did not.
Okay, so it will
Bing,
not do
bing.
the radiant. Yeah, it will not do the radiant damage.
Okay, so 7
Yeah.
points of damage.
Mhm.
And then I have another attack. $28.
That hits.
I am so glad I'm rolling with live dice now. And that is 13 points of damage.
Perfect.
And that will...
As you take, go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
That will, it depends on if this is a bonus action to cast. No. That is my turn.
Okay. So as you run forward with your sword, you slash down and then slash again. And as you bring this magical sword, great sword, through this form, you can see it kind of turns back and then turns into shadow and dissipates.
Ha! That is how you do it, my friend.
So this one is going to charge forward here. And Carson, you see as it gets closer again, you can see it just kind of flies at you, hovering over the ground, coming forward and slashing at you with its talon-like fingers.
Is it faster than my moonbeam?
Yes, it does.
Oh, I hope it kills you.
Thanks.
Okay. And does a 17 hit you?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, no, it does not.
Okay.
I block it with my blade, and then I take a bite out of my cookie. Does anybody have some milk?
So it is that one's turn. It's going to swing at you. And will miss.
And take damage since it's in my moonbeam.
Mm-hmm. $14. Ooh.
Yep.
See, Sadala, I told you could do it.
Thank you.
And Byler, you come to consciousness. You have 5 hit points, by the way. And you can see these shadow hounds are starting to not attack you, but they're basically just trying to drag you as they bite up at your armor, and they're just kind of trying to drag you along. All right, Sadala, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep concentrating on my moonbeam.
Okay. Are you going to move or just stay there?
I'll move a little bit closer.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. So you come to consciousness. These two shadow beasts are pulling on you and trying to pull your now awake body forward. You're prone, but you can act. So what would you like to do?
I guess the first thing I'll do is, realizing the condition that I'm in, I will use my lay on hands pull to add 25 hit points back to me to take me up to 30. And I will pull out my Moonstruck Kopesh, and as a bonus action, activate it so it can emit moonlight up to 30 feet.
Okay. So now Sadala and all three of you can see. You see these shadow hounds pulling this snow leopard, and you see him kind of roll over, and as he's kind of being dragged, you can see him put a hand on himself, and then he pulls out this weapon, and all of a sudden, like your moonlight or your moonbeam, this energy goes out, and now there is even more light in the area. Is that your turn?
Yeah. It won't let me take the charge away.
That's fine.
On
That's
this,
fine.
I'll just keep track. I don't suppose I can also stand up and try to.
No, I would say that's
Fight the
probably
bull.
you're just letting them drag you as
Okay.
you're killing yourself. Yes. And so this thing gets hit by your moonbeam again.
Yep.
So 10 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. And then it's going to make 2 more attacks at Rongo. So 15, I'm guessing, does not hit you.
Add another one away with my shield.
And 12 does not hit you. So now you've assessed its fighting pattern, and so you're ready for it now. Rongo, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attempt to drive hard. See if I can push this thing off.
Okay.
I would like to actually use my advantage for that one.
Okay.
Didn't help, but that's okay. So that'll be a 22 to hit, and I'm gonna throw a level 2 smite in there.
Okay.
And use my inspiring smite as well.
Just let me know the damage when you get it all calculated.
Okay.
$17,
Plus 7, so
24.
yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking really bad. It's just like as you call on the power of Teo, you slash at this thing with your long sword, and you feel this divine energy come surging through you. And this radiance flies off your sword and starts ripping this thing to shreds.
So with that, and seeing this strange tabaxi in trouble, I'm going to use my inspiring smite to gift Bylor 10 temporary hit points and take another crack with my sword.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's only a 14, so.
Yes, that one is. All right, Carson, you're up.
That's me. I am going to probably take some damage, and I am going to cast Aid on my fellows. And Bylor's just out of range. So I guess I will cast it on myself, Otoranga, and Sadala.
So you're accepting an opportunity attack
Yes.
for trying to cast a spell in. Okay.
So
It misses you, so you got like.
everybody gets 5 hit points, and their max is increased by 5, except for poor Bylar, who's 5 feet out of range.
Are you done, sir?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Okay.
I should have
So,
said-
as you begin to feel this energy start slowly come into your being, you noticed that the hounds are taking a much more aggressive approach to you. And now their snarls become much more violent, and they begin to try to bite you. And so, first one, you get a +4, so 16. Does that hit
I'll
you?
miss.
and the second one is a 10. So
Yes.
you can see that they drop you and they start to try to shake you and open up their mouths and try to bite you and fail. Okay, so that one. All right, moonbeam time. Let's do this one over here.
Oops.
For the so does it take 11 damage? The first one?
Yeah, 11 damage. I accidentally clicked twice.
Well, that's okay. I'll just use it for this one over here. Because it only had a few hit points left. So it will be done.
Kapitsky.
As your moonbeam, it slowly is. You can see it starting to just slowly eat away at these shadow creatures, as this radiant energy just rips this one to shreds, and its essence goes off. This other one is still attacking you, and that will be a 21, Carson. That will hit you, right?
I'm going to use my reaction to reduce that.
Okay.
1d10 plus 3. So -6 to that.
Okay, that would make it a 12, and yep, that will miss.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay, Sadala, we're back to you.
I'm gonna. Yeah, come on. Charge over to the Bloodhound and take a swing at it.
Okay.
Ooh, crit live.
Ooh, yes, that will hit. So roll your damage.
And I'll just double that.
So 22.
Yep.
Okay. So Byler, you see this tiger tabaxi come running over, wielding this great axe, as she just simply just comes down and almost cleaves this thing in half. And anything else? You get another attack, don't you?
Do I?
Yeah.
First time playing. Okay. And I whiff.
You see her just like, she's even surprised at how quickly her blade is going through, and almost a moment of falling on top of you as she, like, her momentum carries her through the swing, and she kind of plants the great axe into the ground and kind of gets up close and personal and staring at you.
Sadala has a free attack purchased by who did that? The Jen.
Of course.
So I can attack again?
Yeah, if you want to, or you can save it.
I'll save it for now.
Okay. Byler, what would you like to do?
Well, now that the dogs have let go of me, I will stand up and I will attack the one that has not been almost cleaved in half.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll attack the other one, and somebody got me advantage, so I will use their advantage. So 22.
2 will hit.
So it is one-handed. So it's 12 damage. And I'll activate my Divine Smite
Okay.
with that at just a level 1 Divine Smite. Six, 18.
18 total damage,
Yeah.
or just another 6?
So 12 plus 6, so 18 altogether.
Okay, got it. Okay, and would you like to do anything?
Is it still alive?
Yep, it's still alive. Mhm.
I'm gonna smack it one more time.
Okay.
Never mind.
9. No, 9 does not hit.
And I'll look at Sadala and be like, "Where'd you come from?"
She has a very confused look on her face as a snow leopard talks to her. So do you still have your moonbeam?
Okay.
Do you still have your moonbeam?
Yep, I still have my moonbeam.
Okay. So it's this creature's turn. So how much damage does it take?
Hold on.
Just enough. As Autorongo, you have been fighting in this moonbeam, this energy that Sadala is known to create. As you're holding this creature in the beam, as you've whittled away with your sword, you can see it in front of you as it slowly begins, as the beam tears it apart and the shadow drifts away. And it does not get to attack you. So there is Carson to your right, and the remnants of a shadowy figure are still trying to attack him. Some Sadala and some shadow hounds and the snow leopard over to your left. What would you like to do?
I'll kind of nudge Cat. You got this, and I'll charge down here and take a swing at probably this one.
Okay.
Ouch. That's only 9 plus a d4. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
What would that be total? 13?
At most.
Yes, that actually does hit.
Oh, and I got the 4 too. Excellent. Okay. D4s like me. So 9 damage on the first strike.
Okay. That is enough to knock it into a full incorporeal. As you slash at it with your long sword, its form once again begins to dissipate.
I turn and hit the other one with a 28.
That will hit. And you will just do the same
For
because
7
your modifier, yeah, it's like 3 already. So again, you run over there, Byler. You see this massive jaguar warrior come running in with this energy shield and this long sword, and you just see him slice, turn, slice again.
Well done.
And those guys are gone. So, Cat.
And then
you're up.
I'll head back like 10 feet just to make sure Cat's okay.
Peter, it's your turn.
Okay. I knew it was. I just was waiting.
Okay. Oh no, you're good.
I am going to finish off my cookie and then swing my greatsword. What's 17 plus 9?
26. That's
I hit.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Brain frazzled time. Oh, I rolled a nat 1 for a
That's
9
enough,
total.
though.
9 is enough?
Yes.
Yes.
So the
Yay.
last of these shadow creatures dissipates. Sadala, you lower your moonbeam. And everybody make a perception check for me, please.
I am feeling very perceptive.
Don't y'all all have advantage on this anyways? Because you're tabaxi?
20.
20.
No,
Okay.
if it works.
No, I don't think it works that way. Anyways, so what you see, is you're all kind of looking around at each other. You, most of you see like Byler and I think you all, except for Sadala. She's fascinated by a snow leopard in front of her. The rest of you see that there's these two figures. Byler, you recognize them. They're like the two elven-looking figures, kind of hovering in the air, and you see them turn and go back the way that you came from.
Are we out of initiative?
You're out of initiative. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would like to move over and heal Cure Wounds on my buddy there. And heal him for 10 points.
That's exactly what I needed.
I knew that.
I'm going to push by them and go check on the pterodactyl.
Okay. So you walk over to the pterodactyl.
I grab him if he's attempting to push by me.
All right, you can make contested strength checks to see what happens.
I will assist Otoranga.
Ooh, and that one.
You just
'Cause
think
he
you're going to go over
obviously
to the
needed
thing, to the pterodactyl.
Mine was 2. That was an 8
That's
for
pretty
me.
cute.
But I guess
But
if
you
I
have
need
an
the
assist,
advantage,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Do it again.
Mhm.
11.
Okay. So they stop you. Like this massive jaguar warrior steps in your way, and as you're trying to like evade him, then you turn the corner and this panther is staring you in the eyes.
I believe the words are thank you.
I'm going to growl and just say move to intimidate.
Go for it.
Good luck with that, my friend.
13.
Not very intimidating.
No, I would say like he's large. I mean, you're large too, but I mean like he is quite a massive figure.
I will use my shield and sweep his legs out from under him.
Oh, perhaps we are going just a little bit too far, my friend.
Hey, my friends.
I believe the words are thank you.
Am I going to contest that?
It's 15.
That doesn't. Yeah, you can contest that. Mhm.
Well, I'm on the ground.
Oh, you look silly down there.
Again, let me remind you, players, this creature does not exist. You've heard tales of them existing. In your past, these were tales when you were told as kittens of these creatures that saved the realm from from a great evil, but no one has seen a snow leopard in over 1,000 years.
Well, he does not seem as strong as the legends say, my friend.
I reached down and helped Byler to his feet. You have to forgive my friends. They don't. You caught us by surprise. You are a legend to us. Where did you come from?
This is how you treat legends?
Pretty much.
I said move.
You can ask politely.
Move now.
I like this guy.
Are you going to allow him to move? Are you going to allow him to?
I will move out of the way myself.
I'll go around the big jaguar
I'll let
to
him go
my
around.
pterodactyl.
Okay.
Very well, there you go, my friend.
So as you go up to your pterodactyl, unfortunately the damage has just been too much. The fall through the forest, the burns from the shadow, and ultimately hitting a somewhat shallow river has led to an untimely demise for your sweet pterodactyl.
Can I put my hand on it and cast Spare the Dying?
No, it's gone.
It's dead.
Yeah.
I'll say a soft prayer to our gods and work on taking the saddle and things off of it so it can finally rest at peace.
So you see this almost ritualistic manner that he is taking the almost like you would a horse or any other animal that you would ride on. You can sense there was a bond between the snow leopard and the pterodactyl as Bylar begins to take off the riding gear, and as he's muttering a prayer under his breath to send the pterodactyl back to Theo.
I would be keeping an eye on him the whole time, but I would kind of get closer to Sadala. Was that your shadow demon?
No, that's not him. I go over and help Baylor if you would let me.
I appreciate it, but this is something I must do on my own. It's my fault this happened, and I must take responsibility.
I can respect that.
Is there anything left of these shadows?
No, they simply turn to shadow and are gone.
Would I have any idea what they are or were?
Make a history check for me, please.
2.
You fell asleep when your mama cat was telling you bedtime stories, so you do not remember anything about the legends.
Had to do push-ups in history to stay awake.
Yes.
Could I try to see what I remember?
Yes. I'll give you advantage.
I got an 18.
18. Okay.
Didn't show up on that.
So, as an oath of the ancients, you've studied this. As part of your oath and as part of your training, you learn the history of Uteo and the Tabaxi. You remember that the amphitheater where Carson and Otorongo and all the others train have battles all around them of tabaxi fighting these smoke-like creatures. You see some of them on the backs of these large lizard beasts, these flying lizards, as the amphitheater tells the tale of the defeat of the shadow, of how Uteo gave the strength to the snow leopards to defeat the shadow and to seal them away. But it's almost taught as a legend, as a story, as something that may or may not have happened. It's been so long ago. There's no one alive that remembers the time. It is simply a story that is passed down to each tabaxi as it takes on the oath of the ancients to continue the story, to tell other tabaxi, to keep the memory of these snow leopards and their sacrifice, to keep the shadow at bay.
A chill goes through me. I turn to Baylor. You keep the shadow at bay.
We have for hundreds of years.
I saw something. A cloaked figure with glowing eyes. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yes, I've seen it as well.
Well then, it seems like we are truly allies in this.
I suppose at least one of you seems worthy.
They'll come around again eventually. Give them time.
Seems strong, but you need more than strength to fight the shadows.
Give them time. That's all I can say. They can prove themselves to you.
Well, we can't be picky about the help we receive. We are losing.
Losing.
Normally, we never would have left to come look for outsiders to help us with our charge. But something's different this time. There's more of them. They're more organized. The cloaked figure must have something to do with this.
I can't help but agree. He's powerful. He hurt me even at a great distance.
How did he hurt you? Did he speak in your mind?
Yes, he spoke into my mind.
He did the same to me.
And as you're sitting here having this conversation, Carson, Otorongo, it's all starting to come back. All the tales, all the stories. And a great chill enters you as well. The shadow was never supposed to threaten Mesro or Cholt. That simply does not happen. That's the reason why the paladins exist. The snow leopards. So the question is, you have the snow leopard in front of you. You've heard Sadala retell the tale that you've all heard hundreds of times. What would you like to do?
I would like to offer him a cookie. And my sincerest apologies.
They're good.
Hey, take the cookie. this is supposed to help against a shadow.
No, but it will keep you warm. Plus, it's got a little bit of cream in between the two little pieces. It's very good, very good.
I'm going to eat the cookie while just giving him a blank stare.
Just sitting there, arms crossed, watching and listening.
See, now you have a blank expression, but I know inside you are experiencing severe pleasure. You are
I'd
in
like to
heaven,
sit-
my friend.
I'd like to Sadala and say, is your town near here?
Yes, it is. I think
Well,
that our leaders have much to talk to you about.
yes. Yes, much to be done. I'll give one final pat to my pterodactyl and say, lead the way, please.
This way.
Can I revivify the pterodactyl? No, I'm just kidding.
So, Sadala, Carson, Atarango, how do you want to be conspicuous, inconspicuous? How do you want to approach the city with Byler?
For now, I think it's best if we take a more secretive route.
I would agree.
I'll just be following in the back.
Okay. Where do you want to take him?
To the temple.
Okay.
I will offer him my blanket to wrap himself up in and stay warm and hide his features.
So there's a slight murmur as you're one of the first patrols to get back, and they see another figure with you. But Honorango's intimidating presence kind of stops any glares or questions from approaching, as anyone seems to get close to your group is just met with a less than polite growl. And they see you walking with purpose and keep their distance. Upon entering the temple, a couple of the Oath of the Ancients are giving their report to Bonnabelle. And she sees the four of you now walk in. And she politely dismisses one of the other paladins on to their duties. And she looks at you. You give a signal of anything out of the ordinary? What do you do?
My leader, I have brought you a visitor that we thought only a legend. I step aside and present Bylor.
I'll take the blanket off.
And you see her quickly, for a moment, not know what to do. Like there's a confusion, there's like all these different emotions pass through her, and you can see her just trying to figure out what she's looking at. And then she composes herself. We must move quickly to my studies, Adala, before any more news gets about. Come. And she leads you into her back room. She looks at you, Bylar, looks at you, Sadala. Is this truly what I'm looking at?
It is.
You see her, Bylar, almost a sign of genuine reverence as she's doesn't know to go down to a knee, doesn't know how to almost greet you, except that she puts her hand, raises it over her shoulder, and just gives a very deep bow.
You have your you have your respect that you were wanting.
See, this is how you treat a legend.
I did offer
You-
you a cookie.
And you hear like a slight chuckle under her breath, and she stands forward and goes, "It is an honor to meet one of your kind."
Was an honor to save him.
I'm certain it was, Atarongo. I mean, this is something even I did not know if truly existed or not. I tell the tales to trainees every day, but you are welcome into the temple at any time. Why are you here?
I wish I had better news to share, but the stories are true, and the shadows threaten to come into the valley.
What is this valley that you speak of?
You're gonna have to remind me what this
Oh, that's
valley
fine.
is.
No. It is the Lost Valley of Honor, is
Lost
what.
Valley of Honor.
So that's what in the tales. That's what it is known as.
I believe the tales refer to it as the Lost Valley of Honor.
And you see her almost taken aback, like another part of this legend is coming true. You mean it really does exist?
It's all true.
So there are more of you?
For now. But we need help. We need help from our Tabaxi brothers and sisters to push back the shadow, or there won't be any more snow leopards.
Very well. Sadala, what I'm going to show you cannot leave the four of you. Do you understand?
I understand.
You see her walk. She walks out of her office and she walks behind the statue of Teo. And she goes to the wall and she places her hand against it. She looks around, making sure no one else is in the room with you. And you see the wall slide open and there's a set of stairs. Quickly, before anyone else notices, follow me. Do you follow her?
Of course.
So as you go down these stairs, you get through twists and turns, you can begin to feel the ground cool as you continue to go through twists and turns, through tunnels, and finally you arrive what looks like a dead end. You instantly realize that this is like a early temple. The statues are much smaller. There's carvings that are beginning to weather from the water that is dripping through this cavern. But even here you can see similar stories that are in the amphitheater being played out across the cavern walls. Byler, you recognize many of these symbols as there's many more snow leopards being represented here versus the other clans. And she begins to tell you the stories of the first temples, of Teo coming down and forming the Tabaxi and creating this culture that has become so vibrant. She goes, I thought this was all ruin. from a long time ago, but there is a power here now that he is with us. Byler, make a perception check for me, please.
19?
19. Okay. So you can see, and one of the glyphs, the drawings on the wall, seems to have, you're almost drawn to it. It's this scene of a snow leopard riding a large dinosaur, and then a couple more flying overhead. And you can see that there is almost a presence to it. As you walk over to it, and you put your hand on the wall, it's almost as if you can pass through it.
I guess I'll pass through it. I'll keep going.
Okay. So you use the three of you, and Bonnibel see Byler almost in like a trance walk over to this section of the wall, put his hand through it, and step through. Byler on the other side, it's almost as if you've been transported halfway across the jungle, and you are standing, turning, looking at a wall, at another ruin that you are very familiar with. This one sits at the base of the last known snow leopard stronghold. What do the rest of you do?
I go up and touch the same spot.
Your hand extends to the rock, almost as if you could pass through.
I pass through.
You step through, and you are in another similar sized temple, staring at Byler as he's kind of very confused at what just happened.
Who will be going through next?
Bonnibel is like, please step through it. Somebody tell me that they're okay.
Oh, very well. I will go through. Since my big friend and this salt to my pepper will not go through, I will go through. So here I go. And I walk through without even feeling it.
So you walk through and you step through to the other side.
You could have had me walk into the wall, but my aim couldn't get off. Oh, Sadala. It is so good to see you again. Can I poke my head back through?
So you go and you try to step through like you just did on the other side. Boom, solid rock.
Oh, my head. Ooh, this is not good. Can you hear me, my friend?
And your voice just echoes through the chamber.
I do not think he can hear me. I'll take a few steps back. Just in case.
Okay.
Where are we?
This is the temple at the Snow Leopard stronghold. I've been here hundreds of times.
Byler, you're just now realizing that these paintings and carvings that you've looked at your entire life, on this side, there is a scene that is almost identical to the one on the opposite side of what you saw on the other wall.
And I'm gonna touch it again and be like, this This matches what we saw over there.
So when you go to touch it, it pulses for a moment and your hand goes through it.
Is this the same wall I tried going through?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
It's a snow leopard thing.
Very
I guess I'll walk back through it.
Okay. So you walk back through. And there you see Agarongo and Bonabel. And Bonabel looks at you and goes, "Where did you go? Are Sadala and Carson with you?"
Out of character, do I know their names yet?
No.
No.
Who is that? Who is that?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm Bonabel, the leader of the Tiger Clan and the Oath of the Ancestors. This is Atarango, and Sadala is the Tiger, Tabaxi, and Carson is the Panther.
Ah, yes. They arrived on the other side at the Snow Temple Leopard at our stronghold.
What do you mean this has been here the entire time?
So, Cat tried to get through and it did not work for him. Perhaps you need a snow leopard.
Well, I guess it's very unfortunate that we have one now, huh?
Yes, it worked out. This leads directly back to our stronghold. This would be a great way to get more reinforcements to help fight off the shadow.
Yes, that is a very good idea. Could you perhaps bring one of your leaders through and we can organize a plan?
I can go back and see if the leaders are free. There's a lot of battle going on. They sent me to come get the help. I don't know if they're free to leave right now. Are any of your leaders available to come with me?
And she kind of looks around. Rongo, there will be questions, but let's see how long it takes before anyone misses us, shall we?
We will keep you both safe.
Are we going to tell anyone else before we go? It seems like only taking 5 people with me is not a good idea.
If we can truly use this as a passage, by Lord, then I think it might be best for me to go through is assess the situation, then I can report back. I fear we have a bit of bureaucracy that we need to get through before we can send just anyone through here, but I think this might be the best first step.
All right. Paw back on the wall.
Okay. And so you pass through. Bonnie Bell passes through behind you.
I follow.
Okay. So as you're standing in this temple, you can see the stairs up. Would you like to go up?
Yeah, I'll lead the way up the stairs.
And so as you're going up the stairs, and as you're getting closer and closer to the top, you can begin to hear commotion. You hear horns of alarm as there are other snow leopards shouting orders, shouting commands. You hear Dunn's voice raising up like everyone else. Get to your stations! We must not let this fall. What would you like to do?
I'll turn back to the others and say, "Come now," and I'll run the rest of the way up the stairs.
sword and shield out, and I follow.
So as you run up out of to this stronghold that's built into the side of this mountain, it kind of looks out on this forested area. You see shadows whipping around everywhere, amongst flying in and out of these of the forest. You see tens of snow leopards engaged in this battle. And then on the horizon, you see these black wings come flying down. Y'all know what a coatl is?
Like a really big pterodactyl.
It's a quetzalcoatl. But this is like the coatl. Well, I guess it's like a winged. Yes, it's kind of like a winged serpent, but they are typically kind of rainbowish and good creatures. But these are made entirely out of shadow, and they circle over the battlefield, and you see two of them dive down and hit, and right before they get to the ground, they transform. And you see them as they're getting closer and closer to the stronghold. You see one of them hits the ground and transforms in this huge bird, this ancient creature whose feet hit the ground. It's a quetzalcoatl is what I guess the name of it is. This huge beak, think like a pelican, is sitting there and just picking tabaxi up and throwing them in the air. One of them hits the ground and transforms into this raptor-like creature with a huge maw and lets out this roar. And Pete, can we take a little quick 15-minute break? And when we get back,
thank you so much.
When
I
we
need
get back,
to go spray my domain.
when we get back, we will face down two shadow coatl, a raptor, and a quetzalcoatl. So
we will be back. Don't go away.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. And again, we are in the middle of our Junglecats kittens with, or smitten with kittens, all tabaxi paladins. We have just discovered that the snow leopards are indeed real. The lost Valley of Honor is indeed real. And that the continent of Chult and the city of the Tabaxi are under threat of a shadow that is fast approaching. Again, once you get into the stronghold, there is complete chaos as Tabaxi or Snow Leopard Tabaxi are following orders, trying to keep the shadow from infiltrating the stronghold. You rushed outside and you see these 4 shadow coatl flying through the air. 2 of them drop to the ground, forming these fierce looking dinosaur like creatures. And we will roll initiative. I'll see if I can. I don't have pros, so we're just going to do this the old-fashioned thing. So
19.
19 for Otorongo. Oh, how do I? Hang on one second. Let's clear this.
5.
Hey, I got a 5 too.
Dad died.
Put it in dice jail.
Okay, Otorongo, what'd you get?
19.
Byler?
5.
5. Sadala?
12.
Cat?
5.
Oh, I already said that. All right, Mr. Quetzalcoatl, what do you get? And Sky, and what's your dex bonus, Otto?
Well, 19 was my total, so if you rolled a 19, you'd be above. Dex bonus is +2.
+2? Okay. You know what? I'll give it to you. You get to go first. Remember,
Okay.
that does something for you, so.
Is Bonnie Bell kind of behind us still in the temple?
Yes, she is. You can see her basically, her instincts have kicked in at this point, and she grabbed her longsword, and she is just neck soldier up. And is you see her basically, step in front of a snow leopard to block an attack, and she's gone into warrior mode.
Perfect. I will cast Bless at level 2.
Okay.
On the 4 of us, I guess.
Okay. Are you going to move, stay there? What you going to do?
So I'll step up to Bylor and hold my attack for if something comes close to him.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So let's see, what is this thing going to do? All right. So,
do
Kat,
like-
you see this. What is it's a? I would consider it your medium, large, so huge. This huge bird come flying over towards you, and it is going to attempt to.
I offer it a cookie.
Yes. It is going to attempt to bite you.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
For 16.
That misses. And he
Okay.
gets no cookie.
All right. That's its first attack. Ooh. So, yes. So it basically tries to, you see it open its mouth, and it tries to like enclose you in it, as it's like you can see these sharp teeth that row its beak, and it tries to snap at you and it misses, and it tries to snap at you again but gets a tree branch caught in its mouth. And Sadala, you're up.
I will channel divinity on the big bird creature and nature's wrath.
Okay. What does that do?
Spectral vines spring up and reach for the creature, and it must succeed a strength or dex saving throw, its choice, or be restrained.
Okay. What's the DC on that?
15.
15? Okay, it gets a +2. So 13. It fails. So it is restrained. Okay. I will put a little.
It can repeat its saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Put a little fishing net on it. That way I know he's restrained. Okay. So this guy is going to fly over here. And Carson, what you see is this bird thing, shadow thing, begins to spin, and a lance of pure shadow comes flying toward you.
Real.
I think it's a +5 to attack. So 17.
That misses.
Okay.
I am a very limber cat.
And so this one over here is going to come do the same thing towards you, Sadala. Not rolling well tonight at all. So I'm assuming 11 does not hit you. So same thing.
Nope.
You see it spin in the air, and this just it looks like a lance. Sorry, using my own name. Comes out and flies through the air and slams into the ground next to you.
I snarl at it.
This guy is going to come up here and what? It is going to leap and go straight at Byler. Yes, that's what it's going to do.
As soon as he's in
And-
range, I take my.
Okay. All right, go for it.
14.
That misses.
Yep. Oh, 15, sorry.
That still misses.
Yep. Now, do I get 2 for a held action, or is it just 1?
You get your attack, right? So it would be your attack action that you held, correct?
Yeah.
So you would get your 2 swings because that's your action that you get. At 5th level paladins get 2 attacks. That's correct, right? I'll look at y'all's character sheets. So
the second one would be a 20 then.
okay, that will hit.
For 9 points of damage.
All right. So this huge, oh, I'm going to call it huge. It's large. So it just runs up and leaps up and at least up onto the ledge where you're at, Byler, and runs straight at you. And you can actually see as it's getting closer what would be like normal lizard-like eyes aren't there. They are just completely black with almost like shadow smoke tendrils coming out of it. And it's coming like when it growls and when it opens its mouth, you can, as it's trying to bite you, you can see that shadow and smoke is starting to just billow out of its mouth. And you hit it once, Odorongo, and you see that was a big swing, but it really didn't do much to it at all. And it attempts to bite you. Byler for, let's see here. And it misses, and it is going to attempt to tail slap Odorongo. So it bites at you, Byler, and then it swings its tail around at you. So it gets plus 10 to hit. So 22.
That'll hit.
This thing is no joke. So it's going to do 2d10 plus 5. So 14 points of damage as its tail slams into you. Byler, what would you like to do?
Seeing what just happened to Odorongo, I'm going to pull out my Kopesh and I'm going to take a swing trying to chop its tail off.
Okay. You can certainly try.
11.
That will miss.
And we're going to try to do it again. You know what? I'm going to use the real dice. Let's see. And I dropped it on my lap. 18 plus 7.
That hits. Mm-hmm.
So 6 slashing damage. And I will activate my Divine Smite because I really want that tail to fall off. So we're going to do a second level spell for this tail.
Okay.
So 6, 20
20 total?
on its tail.
You see that you put a huge gash in this thing, but it is, a very thick, muscular tail. And that is the best that you can do is to get through the hide and to some of the meat, but is not slice it off. All right, Kat, what would you like to do? Are you going to? We can't hear you, Pete.
Sorry. Did it again. I will cast Branding Smite, and I will lash out. I will pull out my my shield, and my You've Got Flail, and start whacking away on this thing.
Okay.
And where is it? 23 to hit.
That
Got
hits.
flail.
You do have advantage on it if you're hitting the big bird creature.
The one in the net, I automatically roll advantage anyway. So
Okay.
9 plus what's Branding Smite? I'm not used to this.
Well, it looks like it did 6 more radiant damage.
Oh, did it include it?
You had activated it earlier.
Yeah. Oh, it says attack deals an extra 2d6.
Right. So you rolled a 2 and a 4. Well, I'll let you roll them again. So that works. So
Oh, it
so a total of
included
16.
It. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I'll take the one I originally rolled. I don't want to cheat.
It's 1 point. It's 16. So
That's gonna make all the difference. That 1 point.
yeah, 1
That's gonna be a
point is going
TPK
to
because of
save
that 1
you
point.
as it swallows you.
Okay, and I have a second attack.
Yes.
I will rinse and repeat. And I rolled
That hits.
21 with advantage. And is that right? Did I do that right?
So you rolled max damage both times. So 22.
If I click the branding smite and the then
Yep.
yes.
Is the branding smite a channel divinity or is it
It is a spell,
a spell? Okay.
a bonus action.
So you can only have one bonus action around. So your action is 2 attacks. So your bonus action does it?
Oh,
So so your bonus action is to cast branding smite, and what does that spell do?
it's concentration up to 1 minute. It adds 2d6 to my damage, radiant damage.
Okay.
Do you have a regular divine smite? Because it just says when you hit with a melee weapon attack. So you use a spell slot, but
Yes.
you get regular divine smite.
Yeah, but
So that's fine. I was just making sure that it would. I mean, it is a spell that is active for both attacks, so you're good.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Alderongo, what would you like to do?
So this thing in front of me is large.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action and attempt to knock it down.
Okay. This thing you can knock prone. It has legs.
I'm gonna try.
It only works on snow leopards.
17.
So he gets a +5. So yes, you knock my mega raptor prone.
Excellent. So 2 strikes with advantage.
Okay.
So 28 on the first.
That hits.
For 13 points of damage. Oh, so close. And 30 on the second.
A hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that hits.
For
How do you
8
get
points of
30 to
damage.
hit?
Yeah.
Plus 7 plus my d4 plus 1. So we all have a d4
Oh.
on our attack rolls, right?
Did you roll your con save when you got hit?
I did not. Guess
Oh, I
should do
forgot
that
about the
first.
bless. Yeah. Mhm.
Since you're rolling 30s out here.
It was a 20 on the con save.
So how much damage did you do on that second hit?
I think it was only 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah, just 8.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay. All right, so the Quetzalcoatl is being held by these massive vines. So what does it get to do? Does it get to try to make another save to
Yep.
be okay? And it gets +2 again. 13.
Nope.
Nope. So it's still grappled, but it can still attack. So it just can't move. So it is going to try to bite you again, Carson, with one bite. Let's see here. And first one misses. Second one misses. I cannot roll for anything. You know what? I'm going to use one of my DM advantages and roll. Yes.
He really wants to eat you.
Just so you know, I did arm my shield, so I'm a 20 now.
Oh, I have a 5, 6, 7. Okay, moving right along. And Sadala?
I take a swing at the big lizard in front of me.
So remember, +4 and advantage.
And
Or plus
advantage.
d4. Yeah.
Okay.
You rolled a 20 that hits.
And I'll dump a divine smite into it.
Okay.
At second level.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
So 10 total.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll attack again.
That hits. Y'all are rolling much better than I am.
I'm right there with you. Snow leopard's not so legendary in this story.
So another 9 damage.
Yep.
Okay. This Coatl is going to fly in. And you see him come flying in, and he is going to attempt to bite you. Ah, 11 does not hit.
Oh,
It's gonna
me?
try to bite you. Yes, you. Yes, it's flying in to attack you. So it flies by you to try to attack. As he misses with a bite, its tail begins to start trying to wrap around you. And he's going to get a +6 to hit on that. I guess I can't rage quit my own game, can I?
I mean, we auto win if that happens. So
So it will miss. And Sadala, this one is going to do the same thing, is going to try to bite you.
I'm more nervous about what you're saving your advantages and extra attacks for.
I'll save those for the in game. So, 21. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to take. Well, not 4. That's wrong, but not that much. 10. Sorry. 10 points of piercing damage as it bites you, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. And this is a poison effect, so I believe you're a paladin. You get advantage on it, correct? Or are you immune?
Immune, I think.
Yeah. To do.
Okay. I want you to make the save just to just to see what would happen.
Immune to disease.
Disease, immune to disease, not the poison, right?
I think
That's
so.
correct. Yes. So. Six. Okay. So,
I'll use one of my advantages on that.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
good call.
15. So the shadow coatl comes in and gets past your armor, finds a soft spot in your armor, and you can feel its fangs injecting this. You can see this shadow start to this black ooze starting to wrap around your shoulder, and for a moment you start to get a little woozy and lightheaded, and you shake it off.
Yeah. So
Then
it didn't
it's-
go through?
No, she saved.
Okay, I was going to say, Shay still has a D4 died, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the tail begins to try to wrap around you, and it gets a +6 to this, and does not.
And
And it
the
misses.
DM's sad because he can't kill us faster.
Yeah. Well, you restrained my Quetzalcoatl. You knocked over my Mega Raptor, and all I have is my Shadow Coatls left. So the Raptor is going to use half of its movement to stand back up, and it is going to try to bite you again, Byler.
Watch it be the nat 20 now.
That would be
Don't say
wonderful.
that.
18.
No, you need a 19.
Huh? How many advantages do I have? Yeah, I think I'm good. I think. Okay, why not? We'll use one more. Ha! There we go.
Okay, that one hit.
So it bites into you for 2d8 plus 5, so 16 points of damage.
Intercept that to reduce it to. I'll reduce it by 11.
Okay.
How much was it?
So it was 16. He reduced it to 5. And then you also feel the shadow energy beginning to seep inside of you. It's no save for you. It's just damage of another 16 points of necrotic damage as the shadow energy is beginning to leach your or the shadow is beginning to leach the life energy out of you. And Autorongo, its tail comes around and tries to hit you again. 15.
Does
I'm
not
not
hit.
gonna use my last advantage for that. So its tail slap comes around and you duck it, and it slams it into the tree. And Byler, you're up.
I'm going to use Divine Favor as a bonus action. So now whenever my weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage
Okay.
on hit, and I'm going to hit it with my Kopesh. It's standing up again now, right?
Yes. Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna try the digital dice. It's probably a mistake.
Pretty good.
18.
18 does hit it.
So it'll be 10 there. And then. So 11 damage on the first hit. And then we'll try to hit it again.
So 10 damage
11.
or 11. Okay.
I don't suppose the 1d4 is going to help me there, right?
With what'd you roll?
An 8.
An 8. Let's see. Will it help you? No. Not quite.
And now
So
I'm concentrating on a spell. So
Okay. Kat, you're up.
Okay. I will, Well, I'm gonna say to the bird that's covered, you've got flail. And I am going to whack it twice.
Okay.
A 25 and a 16.
The 25 hits.
11 points of damage plus 2d6. There's got to be a quicker way to do this branding smite damage. Plus 8, so 19.
On the bird. Okay.
Yeah, the one with a beak.
Oh, the one with the beak. Okay. The
roll your
Quetzalcoatl.
roll your bless on the 16.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, the 16 does hit the Quetzalcoatl. It does. It does.
Oh, okay.
So how much damage is it? So it did 19 damage on the first hit.
Yep. 5 plus. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Minus 9. Okay.
Ooh, 9. I rolled 2 nat 1s.
I don't want to hear it, Peter.
Nor do I. Nor do I.
You should have taken the
Because I will
cookie.
find something else to eat you if you don't be careful.
And then I'm going to turn slowly and look at the flying thing and say, you're next.
And lets out this screech in your face. Okay. Autorongo.
Why not? Bonus action. Fearless athlete. Give myself advantage. I'll use my first attack to attempt to wrestle this dinosaur.
Okay.
23.
You only doing this because you know Lance can't roll to save his life right now.
Who doesn't like wrestling dinosaurs?
Oh.
And 17 to pin him to the ground.
I got a 21 on that.
Okay.
one.
So he's grappled but not pinned.
Yes.
Lance, you have 3 more advantages, by the way,
Awesome.
for a total of 4 currently.
Awesome. Somebody's gonna become a bird snack. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. So he gets try to save from the vines, correct?
Yep.
So another +2.
Give him advantage.
Okay, yes, I am going to use one of my advantages for this. I can't do what I want to do because of what you did, Sarah, but I will tell you afterwards. Don't want to ruin the surprise.
He's gonna aim for you next time.
Yes. So he does not break his grapple. He is going to try to bite you again, Cat. For
Oh,
no, I'm not going to burn an advantage on this. And second attack, I'm going to pretend to start rolling dice now. It's like, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a 16. Yeah, gotcha. No, so
The 3 of them are gonna be like, why were the snow leopards struggling?
Yeah, right. So the Quetzalcoatl tries to bite at you again, but it is just too restrained from all the vines. Good play, Sadala. You're up.
I'm gonna take a swing at the big lizard again.
Okay.
Still a D4.
It won't matter.
Nope. I'll try it again.
That will hit. Mhm. $14.
Yep.
So you have a great axe, right?
Yep.
So how do you want to dispatch the raptor? I won't use the famous line because that's probably trademarked, but you know.
Shoot it.
right.
I will cleave its head from its body.
So as Autorago is grappling a raptor,
And giving
and holding it in
Alonso
place.
a nice little haircut.
Yes. You see Saldana come running toward, stepping towards you, and you can see out of the corner of this eye, this great axe come flying toward your head, just missing you and cleaving the raptor's head completely off. And then in a flash of shadow, it becomes the Quaddle again, and it slowly dissipates.
Well struck.
Right. Thank you.
So this one is going to attempt to bite you again with another +8. That will hit you. See, good things come to those who wait. For 2d6 plus 5 points of damage. Roll 4.
Yeah.
So 9 points of piercing damage, and make another Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, so that's not me. Okay.
So what did you roll? Or have you rolled yet?
Who's supposed to be rolling?
Sarah.
Sedella.
She's supposed to be making a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I am?
Yes.
Plus your D4. Don't need it.
Again, you can feel its fangs as you stepped forward to dispatch the raptor. You can feel its fangs biting you. And once again, you fight off the poison, and then the shadow tail begins to wrap around you. An 11. It does not. You step out of its grasp. And this one is going to attack you, Cat, with I'm using, how many advantages have I used?
You
2?
have 4 left.
I have 4 left?
Yes.
You used 2 already.
I've used
Yeah.
2 of them,
I
so
know. No, you have 4. You had 6.
awesome. Here we go.
They felt bad for him.
No, okay, so the bite does not bite you. It is going to try to grapple you again with another
You have a
plus
free
8.
attack as well.
Yeah, I'm good. 19 misses you, right?
Yes, it does.
Damn it.
I'm so glad I used that shield.
So you once again you see this tail begin to start trying to wrap around you. You step out of its grasp.
Can I cut off the tail as a reaction
No.
and toss it to Byler?
Byler, you are up as the raptor is
Is this flying?
What? The
The
quaddle?
bird,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
How high up is it?
Since it's probably hovering, it's in. I would say it's hovering right next to Saldala. I mean, it's in melee range
Okay.
to her.
I will switch over to my whip. My whip. And I'm going to try to whip this thing.
Whip it good.
Whip it real good. 16.
Let's
D4.
see. D4.
19.
Yes, that hits. Mhm.
5. And then I would like to use my once a day bonus action
Uh-huh.
and tell this thing no. And it needs to pass a DC 20 strength check to break entanglement.
That's your command word is no.
No.
It's not too late to whip it. Whip it.
Yes, that will be. It actually gets a +3 to save, so it will
Oh,
save.
Aw.
I'm gonna whip it again then.
13 to hit. That does not hit.
Does 17 hit?
17 does hit. That is it's AC.
Oh, and I forgot my Define Favor, which is an extra 1d4 for each of those.
What's,
Or an extra
what's this?
5.
What's this? All this bonus stacking that y'all are doing?
That's what you get for paladins.
Yeah. So 5 more slashing damage and then 5 radiant damage.
So a total of 10 more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Cat, you are up. Or are you moving? Or are you staying there? Your immediate threat is been removed.
One of these is dead?
No, the raptor directly in front of him is.
Oh, okay. If I move, Invoke
I was
the-
talking. Oh, sorry. I was talking to Bilo if he wanted to move or
Oh,
not.
okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll climb this tree a bit.
It's huge. It's like 50 feet tall. So I mean, like you're going to be like going up the trunk of it.
Yeah, I got 20 feet of climbing speed.
Go for it. Man.
I'll climb 10 feet up, so I'm just off the ground. I'll got my claws in because I'm not wearing shoes.
Okay. So, Kat, what would you like to do?
I will rinse and repeat.
To the Quetzalcoatl?
If that the thing in the net.
Yes. It's not a net. It's being held by vines.
A 19.
19 does hit. It's a big bird, so it doesn't have exactly a huge.
And then, you know what? I'm gonna start doing the 2d6 right here. There, +8.
So 15 total?
Yes, sir. Is it
Okay.
dead?
Nope.
Do you have to do a spell slot for that each time? How does that work? I've never used the actual smite spells.
Well, this is a spell. It lasts for a minute with concentration.
And I haven't hit him yet to break the concentration. You can check that.
I yawn and then I whack it again for a 25 to hit.
Oh, yep. Binding. It's a
17.
that hits. So 17 damage.
Yep.
He's still kicking.
Does he look almost dead?
Yeah, it looks really bad, dude.
Okay.
Like has like it's like just his body, it's battered, its beak is battered. You have like radiant burns throughout its body. Yeah, it looks really bad.
I love the smell of chicken in the morning.
All right, Odorongo.
Look at my two friends over here. They seem in good shape, so I'm gonna charge that giant bird and try and knock him over.
He's currently grappled, and you would have to fight through vines to get to him. He can't really be knocked over at this point.
The vines are like holding his feet. I'm gonna use them for leverage. No, it's all good. If I can't do it, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I'll
no.
just take some swings.
Mhm.
Hey, Pete, Angel's saying that you're supposed to because it only lasts for a minute until you actually hit.
Do what now?
I was just looking at
The
the
next time
at the
you
chat.
hit a creature.
So
so
it
it's
lasts for a
only-
minute until you hit something.
Yeah. So you've been abusing it, Pete. That's fine.
I didn't.
So
know.
first one was a miss. Second one's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, 17 hits. Mhm.
All right.
Attack rolls do have advantage with it. Since it's
So
restrained.
the 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, they have advantage? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How would you like to finish the bird?
I guess I don't need to.
Or the
Just-
Quetzalcoatl?
Inspiration and slice his head off.
That is a giant head that you're trying to like hack through.
And
But
then
you
I'll
managed
like
to
bat it at the Quetzalcoatl with my shield. Since I couldn't push the actual bird, I'll push the head at him.
push the head off the river or
Like-
into the pool.
No, straight at the Quetzalcoatl. I don't know if I'll hit him, but I'll like,
Oh, oh, straight to the Coatl.
yeah.
Got it. All right, Sadala, you're up.
And then I'll keep pushing through.
Okay.
I'll turn and face the other one.
Okay.
And take a swing at it.
That will hit. Okay.
And follow through with another swing.
Okay. For 5 more points of damage.
Yep.
All right. So this one is going to continue to attack you for another +8 to hit. Its bite will miss. And but the tail will hit.
Ouch.
And you will take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and make a DC 15 strength check, please, or make a strength check. I shouldn't tell you what the difficulty is.
Whom are you talking? Never mind.
Sadal. So you are currently grappled as the shadow tendrils of its tail slowly wrap itself around you, and it is basically staring you in the face with this shadowy type face and beak pointed at you.
I snarl back at it.
And this one is going to do the same thing to you. Yes. So I cannot roll for anything. So Kat, you're going to take 9 damage, or is some of that about to get canceled?
Yeah, reduced by 8.
It still gets the bite, it just doesn't take the damage. So make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
With your D4.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
So yes. So you feel this shadow begin to seep into you, and you are able to shrug it off with no problem.
I do believe that tickled.
Byler, you are up.
Seeing that Sadala has now been grappled, I'm going to drop my Divine Favor and use Compelled Duel on what's grappling her.
Okay.
So it needs a DC of 16, Wisdom 16.
Okay, so this will be they have a +3 to their wisdom. And it is not compelled.
I swear, it's only against me that you roll. Like, what is this?
That's what you get for being the snow leopard.
Yep. All right. So, seeing that failed, I'm gonna whip it some more. I'm gonna whip its claws.
Okay.
Do I need to roll the D4?
Roll the D4. I think that will, yeah. So that will hit.
Okay.
19.
So 8 slashing damage. And I'll Divine Smite it. Gonna make that one hurt. But just a level 1. So another 4.
So 12 total.
Yes. And then we're gonna hit it again. Just gonna keep whipping it until it drops the dollar.
That will miss. You need a 17. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And I'll climb up the tree a little bit more in my turn.
Very good. Cat?
Okay, I will turn to the shadowy flying creature. And I just want to be able to use it once, so I will take a swing at him with my Mick dagger.
Don't encourage him, Sarah. Don't
That is a
encourage him.
nat 20.
It's disallowed for a bad name.
Head max damage.
Ooh. Yeah, double that.
So I can double that? Is that how you
How
do
are
it?
you rolling 2d4?
Huh?
Oh, you roll a 4. Okay, yeah. So you're rolling you're adding you're doubling your 4.
I don't know why. I just clicked.
So
He
it's
rolled a-
D4
he got a-
damage
He got a
plus his
1d4. Yeah,
bonus.
proficiency.
Yeah.
So it's,
So it would just
it's
be
8.
12.
12. Uh-huh.
And oh yeah, I have another attack.
Mhm.
And it was good luck, so Mick dagger.
Your
And that will
D4.
miss. Mhm. It will miss. I haven't
17.
17. Mhm.
Okay.
And that will be my turn. I did miss, right?
Yes, you did
Okay.
miss. Mhm. All right, I'll throw and go.
What are the chances I can bat this guy to the ground with my shield?
Well, it's flying, so
Slim to none.
What if I grab him first?
you could probably try to grab. I mean, it
And I
is
grab
not
him by
a-
the tail.
It is not a pure creature of shadow. It does have a slight corporeal form to it, so you could grapple it in
Can
theory.
I grab him with an 18?
Let's see. This is just a straight roll for them. So, yeah, we tied. So, advantage to me.
All right. I'll attempt to slice him with the sword, and that's probably not going to work either. Uh, 17.
Mhm.
Okay. For 10 damage. And I'll like circle around him.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. And Sadala, you are currently grappled by this waddle.
I will attempt to free myself.
Okay.
Athletics, I'm assuming.
Strength.
Yeah.
That does not. You do not break its grapple. You are still restrained.
Can I try to attack it anyway?
Yep.
Angrily.
I'll give you one attack on it. That will hit. Is going to attempt to bite you back for 23.
Yeah.
And you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage and make another saving throw. Not strength, constitution.
Wrong thing. Sorry.
No, okay, you pass. And again, you're becoming it's like it's nothing. As this shadow seeps into you and you fight it off again. This one's going to sidestep over here and attack Cat again. Miss with the bite and miss with the tail. I'm having no luck. Byler, you are up.
Doesn't Odo get attack of opportunity on that?
Why?
That it moved?
Ooh.
Did
This
it
one?
not move?
Yeah, it just moved 5 feet. It didn't move out of. It's still in melee combat.
It's out of combat with me, though, right?
Yeah.
So do I get an opportunity or no?
I'm just going to stay there then. You're off the ledge, anyways. You're like 5 feet below me, so yeah.
I will use my whip to attack this once.
Mm-hmm.
With a nat 1. Awesome.
Woohoo.
And then I'm going to use my whip again to try to grapple it.
Okay. So you're going to make another attack?
Do I have to hit it for the grapple?
Yeah.
Of
You
course.
still have to be able to hit it.
Okay.
Your wonderful.
It'll hit with the
Yes.
1d4. Even if it's
Yep.
a 1, it'll hit.
Yes. So it gets to make a strength check. And no, so you basically right above Sadala's head, and you have it around the neck, and so Sadala, it's grappling you, and you have this whip around its neck, and you see Byler trying to hang. Are you still hanging from the tree?
I am 30 feet up in the tree for now.
Your whip only has a reach of 20 feet.
That I'm lower.
So
However low I need to be.
you have I'm just trying to picture the scene, it's just like the Coatl has around you. It has a whip around its neck as Byler is trying to it has like one hand on the whip, 2 claws and 2 feet in a claw hanging attached himself to the tree. What he's going to do now, I have no idea, but
We're jumping from the tree, and I'm going to drag them all to the ground.
you still technically have movement, so
Yeah, that's the plan. That's why we're jumping.
we're jumping. So
We're jumping this way. We're jumping this way.
Just okay.
So I can hopefully land in the water, and I'm just going to pull the thing with me with the whip.
With the whip? Okay. Well, it is going to make a, let's see here. Let me just roll a d20 and see what happens.
Oh.
I'm going to say that he keeps a hold of Sadala, and you jump. So go ahead and move your token however far that you jump.
That's probably too far. I probably have to
No.
just up here. To be attached with the whip, yeah, it's probably just down.
Okay. So we're going to move the raptor thing out of the way. So Sadala, you are now prone with a shadow coatl basically laying on top of you as Bylar's pulled it's pulling its neck and beak away from you. But it doesn't look like it's in a position that it could attack you very well. The next go
Oh, that's
around.
something.
You okay down there?
Cat, you're up.
Okay, I put away my shield and my my dagger, and I draw my great sword, and I am going to hack away. 2 attacks.
Okay, the first one will hit.
Do I have advantage from flanking?
He's not flanking.
Oh, he's not?
Like you're up here, Otorongo is down here if he is
Oh,
he
okay.
is a space behind you. He is
Okay.
5 feet below you.
Then I will use my... Wait, do I have an advantage? Give me 1 second. I really want to hit this thing.
You did once already. That's enough. You're good.
Oh, I do have an advantage. I will mark that as complete. And so that's a 22 on the second one, a 26 on the first one.
Yes, so they both hit. For 20 points of damage.
20, yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay, Otorongo, now you can climb up and attack this
Does
thing.
that put me back in combat?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we'll say that you're like on the lip of this ledge.
Uh, 23 plus a D4
That will hit.
for 8 points of damage. And 18 plus a D4
That will hit.
for 13 points of damage.
It's still a kicking. Sadala, what would you like to do?
I would like to get out from underneath this thing.
Well, you're still technically grappled, so
Well,
or
I'll-
restrained.
So
You can try to break the.
I'll try to break the grapple.
Okay. You successfully wiggle your way out of the shadowy tell.
Can I now attack it?
Yes,
1 attack or 2?
1 attack.
Does she get advantage with the grapple?
Sure, why not? As you have this thing's neck pulled. Yes, that will hit. So, as you're hacking at this thing, it's going to turn and it's basically going to walk up or kind of float up the whip towards you, Byler, and try to bite you. 23.
Yep.
For 9 points of damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Plus D4.
So 15. You save. You start to feel woozy for a second, and then the shadow poison passes through you. And this thing is going to turn and attack Otorongo for a bite.
18 will hit.
And let's see here. for 7 points of damage. And make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, before you make your Constitution saving throw, please make a. Okay, hang on.
So the first one's a 13.
First one
and
is
then I
a-
do a second one.
So
right?
that the 13 is to keep your bless up, correct?
Okay.
And for the concentration,
It's only an 11 for that one.
11. Okay. So your bless is going to end. So as first bite hits you, you keep you're able to hold on to the concentration of your bless spell, but the concentration of that is just too much, and you begin to feel the energy or the shadow poison seep into you, and you fall to the ground unconscious.
Okay.
Put a little snail on you because that's fun. And we are to Byler. You're up.
So first I'm going to, I believe I'm within 30 feet of everybody.
You are.
So I'm going to channel divinity, turn the tide. I don't know if this will impact everybody, but it's going to help me. So as a bonus action, each creature of my choice within 30 feet regains 1d6 plus 4 HP if it has no more than half its max HP. So if you're below max, you get healed.
Within what range?
30 feet. Awesome. I rolled a 1.
So if anybody's hurt, they get 5 more hit points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my bonus action. And then I probably can't attack with my whip while I'm using it to grapple the monster.
Correct.
And I probably have to hold on to that. So I will use my lay on hands on myself to heal myself back up. Another, let's say, 20. And another 15. I can do math. And that will probably be it. Well, I guess it's pulled some slack, so yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. All right, Kat, you're up.
Okay, so I am going to run up this route to stand next to my friend and lay on hands for 25 points, bringing him back to consciousness.
You heal him, but it does not bring him back to consciousness.
Well, that's not fair.
It's not, he is not unconscious due to injury.
Oh,
Oh.
oh boy. Okay, so I'm a little unclear on lay on hands. Does that count as an attack, one of my attack actions, or
It is an action.
so I get one
So
more
you-
action?
No, your attack gets 2. If you take the attack action, you can make 2 attacks.
Okay.
You do not get 2 actions. So lay on hands is an action, correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, you still have some more of your movement or a bonus action.
Okay.
I only need 16 of that healing, though.
Okay.
You still have some left if you needed to use it again.
Okay, I will go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark upon this thing that we are fighting. Right there. So that next turn I
Okay.
can gain a plus 6 d6. Not 6d6, but a d6. And that is my turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I do want to move. No, I'll stay there.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's real brave of you. Let's run away from the unconscious body. So Adorango is unconscious. Sadala, you are back on your feet with the shadow chicken being held by Byler or restrained.
Cut its head off!
I can certainly try.
That attack will miss.
I haven't rolled a d4.
Your
We don't-
D4 is gone.
The bless
Oh,
is gone.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I'll try again.
And yeah. So what do you want? How do you want to end this coatl?
Doesn't work out so well the first time. I take off its head.
So, how many of you and the audience has grown up on a farm before?
Oh no.
Oh!
I know what's coming.
So as you pull you're pulling the poor thing's head taut, and this great axe comes down and just severs it. And like the proverbial chicken with its head cut off, it just runs around for a while and then dissipates into shadow.
Good job. Yeah, like that. Just like that.
So this shadow coatl is going to attack you, Cat. So the bite is going to miss. And then the grapple is 25. And you will take... Oh my goodness. 5 bludgeoning damage and make a strength saving throw.
I rolled a 7.
And you are currently restrained as its tail wraps around you.
Ooh. I feel all cuddly. -5.
Okay, Byler, you're up.
As someone who's been fighting the shadow monsters, would I know the condition that Adorango is going through?
I will allow you to make a history check just to see if that, because this is something the shadow coatl are not something that they have seen that you have never seen it's one of those things that existed prior to like
Don't know.
when it first happened. So yeah, you to this to you is the same thing as they are to you are to them. Like this only existed in myth and legend, and no one has seen one of these things for 1,000 years.
Got it.
Mhm.
So since ours is dead, I will head over this way. And seeing that Cat is grappled, I'm going to use my whip to try to grapple this one.
That worked so well the first time.
And we're fine the first time. So I'm going to try to whip it and wrap it up for a grapple. 18.
That will hit.
Do I get
And-
damage for the grapple too?
No. you
I had to hit it.
I did.
You hit it, and you grapple it. So you can either cause damage or you can cause it to wrap around.
We'll cause the grapple.
Okay. And then yeah. So no, he does not withstand the grapple. So yes. So again, Kat, you like lay on hands Autorongo, and you see this quaddle try to bite you, and then it slowly wraps its shadowy tail around you. And you see Byler come running over, flinging out this whip, and again, he's holding it, trying to keep its bite from, or his beak from trying to bite you, as he's holding back its head.
And it is.
And then,
Okay.
as a
Yeah,
bonus
what's your-
action, I'm going to compelled duel on this one.
Okay. So what is it?
A DC 16 wisdom.
Okay, so he gets a +2 to wisdom,
Oh,
and yeah, so
Oh.
Nobody wants to duel me. That ends my turn. I'll just be holding it with the whip.
so I have to strength save again.
yes.
Uh,
11. Yes, so
Yeah.
you are still restrained.
well, I get 2 attacks. Can I try save twice?
No, you can still get your 2 attacks. You just can't go anywhere.
Oh, I still get an
No,
action.
you so yeah. I mean, I'll give you 1 attack. I mean, you're just holding you. You're trying to break free of it and hit it.
Can I cast a quick spell?
I will try to bite you.
I'll take it. I would like to cast Lesser Restoration by reaching out and touching Otoranga. Let's see if that helps him.
How many second level spells do you get to cast? Oh. So you just cast.
That is my last level 2 spell.
So is Branding Smite first or second level?
Oh, you're right. I can't do that. Dang it. My bad. I don't do that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or hang on. So you've done Branding Smite and Aid. So
I did Hunter's Mark as well.
yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's
But
a
that's the
level
first-
1.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did have the slot left. But one of my
Yes.
level 1s is used. Okay. So, does Lesser Restoration work?
It does.
Thank heaven for 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm. It does bring him back to consciousness.
What's new, pussycat?
What's going on? What
We
happened?
weren't allowed to use language like that, Pete. And with that, Autorongo is back. And it's your turn. So you're
Oh,
prone, but you wake up to see Carson have his hands over you, and you see Pyler with a whip around this thing's neck.
I'll stand up and take some slashing. So 20 plus a d4 will do 12 damage.
Whoa!
Why do you keep on doing your D4? You don't have your D4.
I don't have a d4, but does
But
the
it
20
still
hit?
does it. Yes, it still hits.
Just have it now. I've been doing it all game. Sorry.
Or how
That's
much
actually, that was 12 damage.
Okay.
And that's another 20 for 12 damage. Wow.
So how
That
do you
just
want
happened.
to end this one?
I'll get up, not really sure what's going on, and have a look around and see this thing still flying and just slice it in half.
Okay. So
I'm trying to remember where I am.
as you do that, and as you start to kind of, you're out of combat, by the way. As you kind of start looking around you, you can see that this battle that you were fighting was almost becoming a focal point as the winds that you had against the two dragon-like creatures spurred on your other tabaxi, and you can see them beginning to push back the shadow. And Byler, you hear in your mind, well, I must say, that was quite impressive for a bunch of cats. You may have won this day, but the offer still stands. We grow stronger, and this was just but a taste of what I can bring. But I have a feeling I will be seeing you soon. Take care. And the voice leaves your head.
And a scowl.
And so as everybody starts coming together, you see Bonnabelle in the midst of fighting off these shadow, and you see her just kind of just like this, Sadala, you see like this huge grin on her face, like she's living out some like dream that she's always had as a child. And you see her as stepping forward, and you begin to hear cheers and yells that the day has won. And the shadow has, at least for now, been defeated. What would you like to do?
I fall to my knees and lay on hands myself.
So there's approximately, I would say, 30 to 40 snow leopard tabaxi around, and they're starting to tend to their wounded, and there are others that have been unconscious, and everyone seems to be retreating back into the stronghold.
I'll walk the battlefield and lay on hands some of the unconscious ones, like a hit point, so they can get back up.
Right.
I would join as well. I have lay on hands and a couple of cure wounds to throw at whoever we can save.
So you manage to secure the battlefield, and you manage to secure the. Fortunately, there was only a minor loss of life, and Dunn walks over to you, Byler, and is like, "It's good to see you back. Thank you. You've brought some much needed aid. I'm very impressed."
Yes, we came back quicker than I thought we would. We found a way that we can get more reinforcements from the main city. Let me introduce you to some of the people I brought.
Very well, lead on.
So I'll lead her back to the group, and I'll introduce the three. We've got Otorongo here. We have Kat Carson. We have Sadala, and then I'll wave over the.
Bonnabelle?
Yes.
And you see Bonnabelle comes over and does a deep bow, and yes, I must say this was quite exhilarating. This I didn't expect to actually see so many snow leopards yet fight with you. This is quite remarkable. I have a feeling we have something much worse to discuss. And Dunn steps forward and yes, there's new revelations and more information that we have. Please, let's adjourn to a much quieter place and we can explain what is going on. So Dunn leads you and Bonnabelle and the four of you to a quieter place. He pulls down some maps and lays them out. And she begins to show you that there's X's throughout the valley. Strongholds that had fell. Lives that have been lost. And there's a line where the shadow is now. The shadow has not crossed this line for over 1,000 years. Each day, our scouts tell us more and more creatures are stepping out of the shadow. Byler, the flying creatures that you saw have not been seen for over 900 years. They are the essence of the Ishidao. If they are truly back, then we are up against something that only I hope our combined forces can withstand. We know not what is behind this. We know not what is trying to pull the shadow into this vale. We only know that the snow leopards and the Uteo sealed away an essence of the shadow, a pure deity, a shadow in this vale, and we have been tasked to keep it from invading this land. But something is trying to pull that essence out of this valley. I believe we are at a loss of what we can do. I think we can take up arms and the other tabaxi can help us reclaim the strongholds, but that is not going to stop whatever it is that is forcing, that is pulling the shadow out. I fear this may take on a much more dangerous mission. The four of you have proved yourself quite brave. We believe a smaller force might be able to get somewhere where a large force might not be able to. But this is not something I will just command you to do, Byler. This is something that must be done with those that you trust and that will have your utmost support.
these three are strong warriors, but I cannot ask them nor make them come with me. But if they're up for the challenge, I would gladly have these people at my back.
I
You don't
will
have to ask.
protect you.
You don't have to ask. I will go willingly.
I will protect you until I have the honor of your respect.
Thank you, Ottawa.
Then it is settled. We will prepare our forces. I will speak with Bonnabel. Byler, please have the honor of going with Bonnabel and the others in regaining the forces that we may need. And within the next 2 days, we will make our assault. We will be on the offensive, not the shadow.
Well, lady, I believe we'll need 2 more snow leopards for us to man the transport or the gates. It seems like only snow leopards can activate this portal.
Very well. We will arrange that. We will see them through. And we will make the preparations needed. Thank you for your service, Bylar.
Always.
I will tell you that we have one last pterodactyl. It is at your disposal, should you need any air reconnaissance.
He's gonna get a little sad remembering his last pterodactyl didn't go so well. Thank you, my lady. I will take it along. What is its name?
It's your wish. It responds to more to sight and touch than it does words.
Got it. We shall call him Petrie.
Very well. And with that, I'll end this a little early tonight. It's about 11 o'clock, or here at 12 o'clock East Coast time. We will have the exciting conclusion to the All Tabaxi Junglecats. Hope maybe next week or at a different time. But Cast, thank you very much for letting me tell the tale and for being a part of it. Pete, thank you for letting me invade your channel and have some fun with our friends. I appreciate it every time. And I look forward to continuing the story and seeing where this goes. So, Pete, do you have any announcements or anything else that you would like to?
Well, first and most important of all, thank you, Lance. I do appreciate you coming to D&D Play 20 and showing us your awesome skills at dungeon mastering. And if any of you would like to send Lance a tip, you can do so by going to our About Us page and clicking on his little icon there, and it will be directly to him. I won't even know if you do or don't. And Tuesday evening, the return of Dragons of a Winter Storm. Yay! And then, next Saturday, Dead and Thay at noon Eastern Time. And next Sunday at, is it 7 or 8, guys? I forget.
8 p.m.?
8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Eastern.
Yes. For Session 0, where anything can happen. And I do appreciate all of our players, our DM, our viewers, and that's about it. We'll see you.
And our level up.
No level up in this.
Lance needs his dice leveled up.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, Lance. Roll again. See if you can get a better
All right, let's see
roll
what
higher
happens.
than 10.
And he rolls an 8. Okay. Love you all. Be well. Be safe. And we will see you Tuesday evening. Goodbye.